Well, I'm wondering if we can find out what is 45 most afraid of. Now I'll try some tarot, and then maybe I'll do a 9 card on the Lenormand. You know what? I think I'll start with the Lenormand first. I'm going to use this deck. What is 45 most afraid of? I'm just going to do a 9 card instead of my usual 15. So an abbreviated version. Let's see what we have. Uppermost. He's a snowflake. What happens with snowflakes? Any kind of heat, they melt. Okay? He's fragile. Okay? He would not do well in jail. Okay? The death. He's afraid of death. He's afraid of his end, his mortality, and also deathly afraid of losing his position. Yeah, the marriage, his ego, his fragile little ego. And that he'll be found out for what he is. The snowflake, yeah, eating away. I love that one. The mice are over there playing poker, okay? So, yeah, eating away at his fragile little ego. The death card, the finished moving, that he's going where? Into his illusion. His delusion. He is afraid of losing an end to his illusion that he's created, his fantasy realm about that he is, this all-powerful man, a great businessman, and, just all of the fantasy he's got. Lilith, yeah, that they'll... Now, Lilith, she is the snaky one, So he is worried that they will find out about him, the dark side, his conniving, his lies, the end of his being able to promote his lies, okay? That they will come to an end. His con will come to an end, okay? And light will be shown on for what he is. So, yeah. Underneath of it, we got the trumpet, that they're going to announce that absolutely he's a fake and it's a fraud, and it's going to be convicted of it. And that he's going to go away because he's a little snowflake. He could not take jail. He does not get his gold toilette in jail, okay? That's what he's most afraid of. His fragile ego in his fantasy world about being this mover and shaker of industry being destroyed. Okay? So let's do tarot and see what we have. I'm going to see if I can use this deck. I may have to go to a different deck. Oh, I've got cards flying out here. Okay, come back. Come back. Okay, so let's see what we have. In the center of it all, we have everything. He's feeling like this stuff is coming at him full on fire. Okay, moving faster than he can contain any of this. Okay. It's in motion, and it's quick. It's just he's got one thing after another that's coming down on his head now. So he's trying to figure out, don't you love this deck? He's trying to find out his way forward, his path. This is the Fool card. So he's trying to look at what he's done and trying to construct some new, I don't know, some new reality, something else. Yeah, he's afraid of justice. Okay, this is all about justice. It's fast moving now. It's looking at his past, all the things he's done in life. For me, the Fool card is about the choices you've made in life, the path you've decided to walk. So now it's rapidly coming to justice is looking at all his cons, everything that he's done. And that is terrifying his little snowflake mind. Okay? So going into it, this is something he would love to walk away from. And mentally, he tries to walk away by doing what? Creating alternative reality. Alternative facts, if you will. Which are really alternative fantasy. Okay? Because what? The light is being shown on this. He is being shown for what he is. Now that feeds right back into the 9-card Lenormand. He keeps trying to distance himself from the reality that's coming down. So far in this, we've got out of 5 cards, 3 of them are major arcana. So this is a huge deal. The light on his path and justice, okay, is coming. So we have here the mind is charging forward. He's in that mental spin, okay? It's all about his mental spin, wanting to wish that bus would stop. But that bus is not going to stop, okay? And he's facing the losses. This is emotionally devastating for him, the losses, and trying to walk away from it emotionally, trying to distance himself from what is happening. The challenge we have going into it is the ending. Just like we saw in the Lenormand, the end of his fantasy realm about what he's tried to create in the world about what he is, which he's not. The mask he's tried to present to people. But really, behind the scenes, like I said, he's a snowflake. He just doesn't have it. So now he's there trying to figure out some kind of a way forward, some kind of an action. He's not actually taking action, he's stymied. He is at that point of trying to come up with ideas, trying to figure a way. Of course, he wishes he could end this, but it's not going to end, and he's looking at his demise. So again, we have another major arcana in this. It's about justice, putting an end to the path he's walked his whole life and the fantasy he's tried to put out there. And so this is what's uppermost in his mind. Oh yes, he's trying to he's trying to offer up something else, okay, from his realm of fantasy to emotionally try to insulate himself from the reality that's taking place, and trying to find a way to abuse it, mentally abuse and cow people into silence. So we don't have any pentacles in this read at all. No actual goods when it comes to the physicality of life or monetary or anything. Like I said, this is all about the driving force is the major. His actions he's done in life, his path he's walked in life. It's about the judgments that are coming down, justice, shedding light, and bringing him to his end, okay? Bringing this to his end point. So that's what is fueling him, absolutely terrifying him. And again, we have the emotional realm, wanting to walk away from this loss and trying to, for all he's worth, present something new, okay? Trying to present something else, his alternative reality. Again, we got a lot of people in their alternative realities today, don't we? And then we have this stuff is just moving so fast, and he's stymied when it comes to the actions, okay? He's trying to find a way, but he's just, everything is coming so fast he cannot figure a way forward. So that's why he continues just to lash out, keeps trying to put out these messages with his untruth, social, about these abuses. Not about his abuses, but the government is abusive, they're horrible to me, etc., etc. But, you know, behind the scenes also he tries to figure out who he can mentally lean on, okay, because he's acted like a mob boss. He'll use whatever. He makes them sign loyalty pledges, non-disclosure agreements, everything to try to cover his tracks, to try to cow people from speaking, and because he's doing so many egregious things behind the scenes. So yeah, he's terrified of going to jail, of losing this fantasy that he's tried to create. Now, every day he's losing more and more MAGA people. More and more. That's, so let's see what the MAGA crowd, I'm going to pull the short Lenormand, a 9 card. What about the MAGA crowd? Is he losing, or are they still really entrenched? I think daily he's losing a few more. If they have any brain cells left, I don't know, some of them have drank so much Kool-Aid that who knows. Well, first card out we have, of course, their star, their guiding light, the narcissist. 45, and the health at the center of it is the health. They're looking at his health, and the fishy, the lies, okay, his fishtails. So they're looking at the health of his fishtails, trying to look at the health of his monetary stuff as well. So let's see what we have in the center. We have, and I think this just represents his people, the MAGA people, and the path, the health of the path going forward. There's kind of splitting there. They're coming to a crossroads area, and looking at what's being, what type of new story they're trying to birth. They're trying to move this with his fishtails, again, trying to fly in another direction and birth something new. So when we have, they're loyal, okay? He does have a lot of loyal followers, okay? Is saying he has the, now when we come to the looking at this, the health and the divergent path, there are those that are going to perhaps move with him. But let's see what our last card is. Cutting some of the storyline. So some of those, it looks like they will move with him and cut some of the storylines. There are some that may take the other path and may cut their alliance with him. Yeah, because some of the path is going to get cut when it comes to 45 himself. There are those that are going to say enough is enough, especially when he finally gets indicted, like I said, for RICO, and they say he's run a criminal organization for years and years and years with money laundering and all sorts of other things that have happened. Okay. And there are those that there are some loyalists that'll go on the other path and believe his fishtails. They're not going to break free. So some of them will be cut, and some of them will continue to feed into his fishtails of lies and spins. Especially those that are really the deep state conspiracy QAnon crazies. They will stick with him because there's nothing you can say that's going to break them out of these deep state conspiracies and distrust of everything and always wanting to go to the most negative place they can find to justify their anger and their fear and their drama that's in their own lives, try to cover it over with something else. Okay, just insanity. But anyway, that's what I get for 45, and yeah, I can see that. Underneath of it all, he's this snowflake, and he's got to put up this big mask of bluster, and I'm like the, what did he have by his bed? Mein Kampf. I'm right up there with Hitler. I'm right up there, I can be this great leader and bamboozle everyone, okay? I can get them all under my thumb. Yeah, sure you can. Oh, my God. Now, the only downside, if he does get convicted, 9 out of 10, he'll go to a federal prison, if you want to call it that. The federal playground. I think, at the federal prisons they have tennis, they have all sorts of stuff, okay? They're just not free to roam around and leave. So we'll see what happens. I think he actually needs to be put with his good buddy there in Rikers, okay, because he is a common criminal. So on that note, I'm going to leave this here, and we'll have to see what happens with this. But I hope you've enjoyed this. What is in the major fear of 45?